finished, we can go ahead and start doing some of the other fins. Now I've got my picture here. This is the original that we went from. You know, you can see how this fish has become larger because, again, I wanted to use more of the cake. So I just kind of want to put it back up here just so I have a guideline of where the fins are going to go. So this is where my gill is. Obviously it's a little bigger than this one, but the one fin is going to go right in this area down here. So I kind of go back and forth by looking at this pattern and looking at this. Just keep those close to you when you're working on something like this. Now we just want to take some white fondant that I've kneaded up and roll it into a ball, and then more of into a cone shape. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to flatten it and try to keep it, try to get it going in this sort of shape here, so it's kind of rounded here, and then this actually comes over. So you just kind of use your thumbs and just kind of stretch that out. See how we're going in that shape there? Now at this point we need it thick enough so that it will stand up, but we want it thin enough that it'll actually look like a fin because they're usually not thick. So at the edges, what I can do is take my thumbs and just start to pinch the edges, make that part thinner, and right in here also. So that way we're keeping this section a little thicker. Okay, now we'll use the same tool that we used earlier and just kind of make those little marks in it. Okay, now I'm going to pick that up, use my scissors, and just kind of straighten that out there a little bit. And we'll take this over here and we'll see if we like how this looks. Okay, ooh, look at that. Okay, so what I want to do here to make this stand up a little bit, take some water, and then we're going to place it right, it looks like right about there. And what I want this to do is I want this to stick up a little bit. So I'm going to place that on there, take this little ball or fondant, turn it into a cord, and place that underneath to kind of just prop that up and see if that will hold it. So you're not going to see that unless you're actually underneath the fin, which you won't be. And just kind of play with this a little bit more. Because once I pushed it on there, what happened is I actually got rid of some of the lines just by pushing on it a little bit too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop those back in there. Just kind of pinch this up and it down a little bit here, like so. Now I'm going to keep an eye on this while I do the other ones. I want it to kind of stay up. I don't want it to flop down too much. So as I do the other ones, I'll just keep, I might come back, you might see me come back and kind of play with this one just a little bit.